Get off!
I ain't on his back.
Get off!
Oh, he hot. He hot. Okay, what's his name?
Sure. All right, we're recording. All right, guys. Sorry it's been so long since I've been on, but I'm back for a special. And we've got Old Man, we've got Doc, we've got Chief Jones, Mr. Moto down there in the corner. And Old Man, you've seen him before with me. You've seen him audit with me here in Cibolo.
Yeah.
And but this is about what Dart did in Dallas.
Dallas area rapid transit.
Dallas area rapid transit. And they are known for being, we've had other videos with them being tyrants up there, and they really did a number on the Old Man here. And that's what this video is about. Doc is here to assist us, and mainly John, through this because it's been very traumatic, physically and emotionally. So Doc is here for that, and he's been supporting us for a long time in these type of matters. And Chief Jones is a close associate, so he's joined us as well in support. So before we get going, I want to get one thing out of the way. Doc is going to need your permission to talk about this. So, you know, HIPAA stuff. So why don't you go ahead and get him that permission, and then we'll get on with the rest of it. That way we don't forget.
Okay. Doc, I give you permission to give any medical information that you feel is relevant in this case that where I've been your patient since shortly after the October 2018 attack by the DART officers. So
Okay.
you're free to talk about anything that needs to be said. And I
Okay.
appreciate all that you've done. Chief, I appreciate you and all you've done. And Steve, I appreciate you bringing all this together. All three of you are very good friends. So I'll shut my mouth for a minute.
Okay. All right. Thanks, Old Man, John, whatever you want to call you. Let me start off with is when Old Man first came to me, he was freshly through this, and he was suicidal at that moment. And I worked with him through the traumas and everything else. And he has pre-existing injuries that were aggravated that you'll see in this upcoming video. They were deliberate aggravations, so it's not something that it was accidental. He expressed several times that he had injuries, and they deliberately targeted it. And unfortunately, you hear him howling and screaming throughout this video, and that's the unfortunate part of this. So with that part of it said, without elaborating, I think maybe we should just start into the video and pause along the way and see what's going on with it.
Yeah, we're going to try to keep this as short as we can, but there is some information we want to add in here and there. So the main thing is we're trying to find him a lawyer and educate y'all on what's going on too as well. We think it's important one to get out there. So let me get this video up, get the share screen, and get this video going.
Yeah, we out here. Myself and Fort Lindsay.
Your name,
Yours?
your name and your fax
Seven
number.
42901, showing you out with the subject.
What's yours?
Your name and your
No,
fax
no.
number, please.
What's yours? You need some help?
No, I don't need
Okay.
help. I didn't ask for help.
Get out my face.
Do you
Hey.
have a
All right, that was 18. Do we keep going, or is there something to be added in here till we get to 19 or
Well,
17 or
what these numbers correspond to the complaint. So it's an easy, quick reference. If you're looking at the complaint, you can look at the video and see particularly what parts they are. So that makes it easier for any lawyer that wants to come on and take this case, where like 80 or 90% of this is already together. This needs somebody to drive it through the court. And with the way Dart acts, he can probably just put his name in the Dropbox and get several people. I mean, he'll have a regular spot in the courtroom over there.
And let me say this about it, that I had to file this cause in federal court before the statute's told. So I filed this one day before. I've got, I think, about 75 items in the original petition, and I think it's very well done. There's a couple of things that, because of my discomfort level, I wasn't able to put this together just, over a short period of time. I had to work at it day after day till I got it, but a couple more things that can be added in an amended petition that, any attorney can do. But Dart has held back lots of records. They've deleted records. I have proof of that, and it can be easily shown. It's an easy case. And it's just the attorneys that I've tried getting in contact with, they were either cut their office staff back and are not taking new cases right now, or, they would just not respond back.
Okay. One thing I want to add here, and it's quite relevant too, is at this particular incident, old man is 76 years old. And so we've got elder abuse as well. And with the deletion of evidence, deletion of videos and stuff like that, plus the fact that John, old man, is ADA, which means these devices, he's hearing impaired. So playing back these recordings helps him. And so they've taken that part of him away. So the abuse extends beyond just civil rights. There's ADA violations here as well. But
there's a whole bunch of violations.
I mean, this is like going to a smorgasbord for a lawyer.
All right, well, let's get on with the video, and I'm sure we'll be adding some more to give this lawyers something to look at here.
You better.
They made contact
Y'all
with
don't
him and
slap
showed
a
they vouched
disabled
him
man.
exact location. I'm sorry, repeat.
You don't slap people around. I'm not resisting. Stop hurting me.
Relax.
I can't. You're on top of me, and you're hurting my neck.
Relax.
I can't. You're hurting my neck.
Relax.
I can't when you're on top of me. Putting your
Oh my God.
I'm disabled. Stop it. Stop it. Get off of me.
Put that on him.
Get off of me. And I'll get up and you can put cuffs on me. Get off. I can't breathe. Get off.
I ain't on his back.
Get off.
Oh.
Where we heard that before.
Yeah.
Okay, what's his name?
We don't know anymore.
Oh, he's still don't say his name. Okay.
Now here, if you can just pause it here, what they're doing is his left shoulder is a mess from previous injuries, and they are deliberately aggravating his shoulder. Meanwhile, he's still in handcuffs at this time, which isn't helping matters at all. And doing to this somebody who's just been slammed to the ground in their mid-70s, and for absolutely no reason. And it was clearly, the more I watch this, the more my blood boils pretty quickly. And any lawyer, like I said, would want a piece of this. I mean, we're opening the door to anybody that wants to have some of this. And this is going to be, we're discussing, this should probably be a high profile case, because Dart has regularly done this, and they try to keep it hidden. So in order to bring about necessary change, which is what you guys try to do, is bring about change as auditors, this has got to be a high profile case. This is going to be put the dirty laundry in the front yard so everybody can see. And that's
I think this is the case that could force them to change. And because they need to be forced to change, because they've repeatedly abused people and haven't changed.
Yeah, there's no incentive There's no incentive, and you know, we could go on. This is Turner Driver and everything else involved here as well. I mean, the list is quite lengthy, and but like I said, this is just one segment. So let the video run a little bit more here.
Come on, stand up. We need you to stand on up, okay? You need some help getting up. Do you need some help getting up?
Stop. Leave me alone. Like I've said numerous times, I'll get up. I was in the process of getting up, and they grabbed my bad shoulder again. What do you not understand English? Any of you?
Now you can see he's completely exhausted here. I mean, he's spent. There's nothing left in him. And at some point, the cop's going to ask, "Are you hurting the cop's leg from leaning on it?"
Yeah.
after slamming him to the ground. A compassion for, you know, for I don't want to say the words.
Yeah. That one got me too. They're getting ready to see it. Let's go.
So what do we need to do to get you up?
Don't touch me unless they get up.
Okay, but you touching one of our officers.
Hit what?
You're leaning up against one of our officers.
I know.
So have you ever thought that you might be hurting him?
He's the one that came up and did that.
She is an idiot.
Can you sit up and get off of him, please?
Okay, go ahead and stand up.
Okay. So you don't want us to help you. You don't want us to help you.
You
Okay,
hire
so you don't
morons
want us
like
to help
that,
you.
what do you expect?
Okay.
Don't know how clear I can be than that.
I wonder how many of these cops worked at Leon Valley at one time.
Rooster ass, get on.
That he wants to grab that shoulder.
You sure you don't need any?
Yeah. And considering it's the left shoulder, most cops are right-handed, so he deliberately has to reach across to grab that left shoulder.
Okay.
Now
remember,
video
he's only being detained. He's not under arrest.
right, and that's important too.
Bring your people in, sir.
So here's a straightforward Fourth Amendment violation. You know, and you know, again, it's not Terry v. Ohio. This is a full out empty your pockets, lean out against the car, spread your legs, let me grab your balls. You know, let me and that's pretty much what this video is reeking on right now. But,
And one of
Chief,
these cops has tried to stop any of this.
Right now, Chief, what's your viewpoint on this as a law enforcement? Are they doing the right thing, or are they going overboard?
You know, we were taught for years and years and years, if you got an individual person or maybe two, that there should only be two, at most 3 police officers. I think there's 6, because you can instill fear in a citizen from overkill. This is bad from Jump Street, because you have a man that what they call prima facie evidence in articulation, that looking at him, he doesn't appear to be strong, vibrant. He's an older senior citizen. He has a camera. He's just merely videotaping, which is a constitutional right, constitutionally protected activity. And all he did was ask her name. And that seems to have set her off. And their policies at most agencies just mention common sense. If you're a public servant of the public trust, part of the trust is knowing who you are and answering a citizen's questions. She could have said, "I'm Officer whomever."
Right.
Okay.
And so what you're saying is, and I just wanted to focus on the search part of this.
Yes.
And this because he's only detained, this should be, as far as I understand, this shouldn't be nothing more than Terry v. Ohio, just a pat down. There should be no intrusion into pockets and other things like that, and certainly not grabbing his balls.
Yeah. A Terry search is for a limited investigatory safety check, which is only an outer pat of the outer body. You can't run your fingers around the jeans and into the pockets. It is just to make sure you don't have a knife, gun, dirt, dagger, all that sort of thing that would be metal, that would be easy to feel and know from the feel of your hand that it's a weapon that could pose a threat. However, they got 6 officers, all with guns, trained, the man's handcuffed. It should have never even got to this point. This is ridiculous, just insanely ridiculous. They battered and assaulted this man on duty, in uniform, armed. You know, I mean, it's like
for no reason at all.
Land of the Giants against the old man for doing what's legal. What's legal?
Right.
And they have tampered with evidence. That's a crime.
Their mentality after having seen this case and others, people that have other auditors up there, this is their standard operating procedure. And if any one of them doesn't like something, the whole team comes in and reinforces that. So
I'm telling you, I've got 43 years in the public safety field, and I've served as chief of police and head of agencies before. And I'm telling you, what I've seen there would cause terminations and probably internal investigation from an outside agency, because it's so egregious. I'd probably ask the Texas Rangers to come in and do an investigation for prosecution and turn it over to the DA and put them on administrative leave or desk duty during the investigation, something like that. Because this is just, but see, they go back to these police unions. They got so much power. They make the laws for the cops, not for the citizens.
So let's get on. Let's don't get too far into all that, because we are trying to keep this short. That's okay. That's okay. That's what I'm here for, though, is to kind of keep it short and sweet the best we can.
Let me make one comment, and that is that you only saw 6 or 8 officers. I counted 10 at one point.
I wouldn't doubt it a bit.
10, and they were all in agreement to what was going on.
Yeah, no, not one of them said, "Hey, this is wrong," even though they all knew it was wrong.
And that's because they've been through other cases before.
Yeah, and they've gotten away with it. And hopefully this will put an end to it. So let's get on with the video.
Spread your feet a little bit more. Face forward.
Don't touch the left arm. God damn it, don't you understand English? So you push the left arm. That's my nuts. My nuts have nothing on them.
Okay, sir.
We gotta search you, man.
God damn it, you don't have to squeeze my nuts.
Sir, we have to search you, okay?
You don't have to injure me.
Okay.
You don't have to search them. You shouldn't.
Yeah, and again, what harm is he at this particular point? You know, when I met him in person, we're talking somebody who is far from their prime and youth. You know, we're talking somebody who goes out and does this as a hobby to record and stuff like that. You know, so
well, all of this is just retaliation because he didn't kiss their butts. That's what they do. They do it on purpose. They hurt people. They do everything they can to humiliate people, hurt people, any chance they get when they don't get their butts kissed.
Well,
let me jump in real quick and say, I know too many cops in the Dallas-Fort Worth area that says START has really good pay, really good benefits. And I said, so why didn't you go in there? Well, you know their history. You know their history. And, you know, I'm a good cop, and I can't work with that foolishness. And I'll probably wind up getting sued if I go there, so it ain't worth it. Yeah. Even other cops know not to go there.
So only bad cops would want to go there, and that would, from a psychologist's point of view, there's a certain personality type that bad cops will levitate. Without changing topics, cops are leaving Colorado because you know, the qualified immunity is gone, so they're flying to other states where there's still qualified immunity. Those are the bad cops that leave it. The good cops are still there.
Yeah.
But
hopefully that cleans up the state.
Yeah, by the way, qualified immunity is actually, in the most part, it's not a law. It's actually a judicial action from 1982 that the Supreme Court just come up with out of thin air well, we got to protect the cops. We got to protect government officials. So we're going to announce that they got qualified immunity. So it's a doctrine they come up
Right.
with. Go research.
Right.
Go research.
Yeah.
Okay. So continue video here.
Yep.
What are you trying to do?
I'm trying to take pictures of a building, the architectural part of the building, and
Yeah, but
sign.
the way you were taking pictures was not the architectural way. I followed you for all the way around the building.
So what did I do that's illegal?
The only thing you did illegal was you made contact with it.
I didn't make contact with you.
Other than that, listen to me. Let me talk for a minute. Everything that you did was good. Nobody had anything, but then if you're taking architectural pictures of the building, you had no reason to take pictures of a license plate.
Is that against the law?
Okay, so if somebody
Is it against the law, yes or no?
somebody walk up to your
Is it
car and
against
take
the law, yes or no?
It is. It's
It
a law
is not
enforcement
against the
officer.
law.
Okay, stop there. Stop there.
The outline.
He's saying it's against the law to record license plates.
Yeah. Public license plates. Yeah.
And it's a scenario that he obviously doesn't know what he's talking about, or he's assuming the old man doesn't know the law. And so this is already, the conversation is attempting to be led down a conviction path for doing something, creating, and so on and so forth. But like I said, this video stopped shortly after this. This particular segment, this talks about is a more evidential bit for to correspond with the court complaint. But you know, where he's saying it's illegal to do these things, and well, if they're illegal, why are you showing them? You know, I mean, the argument is like it's so absurd. It's ridiculous. But anyways, keep rolling here.
Yeah. And what he's getting ready to say here pretty soon is stupid too.
Okay.
YIOTLINE.
So if we go up there and walk up to your car and take pictures of your license plate, you wouldn't feel offended by that.
Y'all do it all the time.
Who are y'all?
Police
When?
driving around, you're video there taking pictures.
Now, the only video comes on the time when they make a traffic stop.
God, he's an idiot. Or a liar.
So what is your
Or
last
both.
name? This is your car right here, correct?
I've asked for an attorney.
Okay, we don't need an attorney right now.
I do.
Okay, no, not right now.
Okay,
Because
we don't need an attorney. There's a straight out refusal of legal counsel. It should have stopped
Yeah.
dead right there.
Yep. Should have.
Yeah,
You
he
never
did
talk
what
to the
law
cops
enforcement-
without a lawyer.
Yeah, cops call that invoking. Once a man or woman invokes, that's the end of the road outside of name, age, address, if you're lawfully arrested.
That's it.
3802.
And he's
But
not
he-
arrested yet.
Yep. And he even states that here.
you're only being detained. You're not under arrest. You're only being detained.
Well, they
Okay,
Oh my God, he convicted himself right there.
right.
Yeah.
Okay. And this is just the stuff that in this video. And this is really pretty much covered in the court document. But and this list runs on a little bit. But
Yeah. We can talk over it.
it's a quick read. For any lawyer that's familiar with civil rights, all of these things are straightforward. Texas Penal Code 3802, probably the most common thing known across the country now.
Once he said, I'm disabled, I'm hurt, I'm injured, he was telling them he's under ADA, but they could have just simply said, are you under American Disability Act? Yes. Okay. What do we need to do to bring you some reasonable accommodation under the circumstances?
That makes too much sense, Chief.
That would be a good cop. Dart doesn't have good cops.
Even if you're not a cop, that compassion is completely lacking.
Which we see all the time.
This is no different than a gang. Literally, this is a gang, and they protect each other the same as gangs do. And that's been talked about several times. But again, the bottom line of this video is trying to find a good lawyer that wants to take this case, and it's going to want to do high profile on this because it's the only way that Dart's going to change, keep their laundry in the front yard, and then hopefully other people will not be abused by them, And, you know, I know that DART has lost cases in the hundreds of thousands, and, you know, this one's going to be a little bit more.
Yeah. Also,
Yeah, probably a lot more.
Yeah.
And this is the kind of stuff that'll make them change their policies.
That's exactly why we're doing this.
To make them change their policies. And you know, I'm just throwing this out there. When bad behavior is not dealt with, it just encourages it. I'm sure Doc will tell you how that emboldens. But these cops under Texas law, go look at TCO. They're required to have this First Amendment protected activity as part of their teaching.
Yeah.
I mean, I went to the academy so many cagoodles of decades ago that even then, they harped on news reporters, people being in a public place, anything they can see, and they had cameras back then, even with 8mm, anything they can film, photograph, or see with their eyes from a legal standpoint is not suspicious. You have no reason to approach the person.
Right.
And
so,
again, he told John, you did good all the way around till you made contact with us. He didn't make contact with them. The police made contact with him over lawful activity.
Right. And again, you know, there's other issues that'll come out later on. Don't need to air all that right now, but you know, I'm very familiar with all the aspects of this. And again, we're looking for a lawyer for the old man here. He's going to get the contact information, and either Chief Jones or PMP News can, if you don't know how to get a hold of him, that they'll provide the messaging and how to get a hold of him. And
we'll leave the contact info in there for old man here. But too, and I probably will edit this and put it in earlier. This is only part of the video. For those that want to see, like a lawyer, that want to see more of it, we will post the whole video. It is edited because so much of it was deleted and on one phone or on one camera, and you know, we edited the best parts to make it easy for a lawyer to see. But if a lawyer wants to see more, he can contact old man, and old man will furnish him whatever they want. All right.
Well, let me just tell you, as a good judge of character, the old man has lived a exemplary life. He's like every man. We make mistakes, but he's lived an exemplary life. He's helped people in need, from homeless people to sick people to disabled people, so many times it ain't funny. And the man has some serious health issues, and they beat the hell out of him down there.
They took advantage of those.
He's the kind of guy you want to have as a neighbor. Old man is the kind of guy you want to have as a neighbor.
They were torquing on his left arm like, you told us this is a bad spot, we're going to jam it up because you pissed us off. They used to call it a pop charge, pissing off police. So the pissed off police are going to put it to you. And they put it to him all right. They screwed him.
Mm-hmm. And he's still,
he's still suffering.
I can tell you that he's seeing a pain specialist right now. You know, medication, and his head's still clear, but he's on enough meds to put down a horse.
This is over 2 years ago now, and he's not staying the same. He's not getting better. He's declining. I mean, this is, you know, let me stop before I say something.
And for any lawyers out there, see this, old man has already filed paperwork to keep this thing going so it wouldn't be, you know, thrown out. All right. So it's still open. It's still running. It's still there for you. And it's a big case. And I think it's a big case and very worthwhile for any good lawyer out there that cares.
Yeah, civil rights lawyer could tear him a new tail end. And should.
Well, and should. One way of putting it.
Because it's just not him. It's who else are they going to do it to? They've already proven that they would do it to other people. We just saw what they did to, oh man, how many more people are they going to get to do this kind of stuff to before somebody puts a stop to it? And we need a good lawyer to do that.
Yeah,
And
no
that's the whole
influence.
purpose why we're doing this.
Yep.
That's the whole purpose what you guys do, you know, to bring about change. I have a
Stop the
doctrine
abuse.
that there's a doctrine I go by is no rewards for bad behavior. And this is one of those, working on that doctrine,
All right.
you know, and I don't know what else to say, but I think
we've done
anybody
enough.
else would anything,
Yeah.
but I think we're good.
I want to make a couple of comments.
All right.
I've got a lot more information. I have like 14 or 15 discs that I got on the Texas Public Information Act. They filled up half of it or more with stuff that's totally non-related. They only gave me about a third of what I've asked for. The Texas Attorney General said that on one item, they needed to supply it to me. And here it is 2 years later from when that order went out, and they still haven't done it. We're missing a lot of information they haven't turned over, which we can get now that there's a lawsuit. You know, there's no messing around. They have to supply these things. And, you know, and discovery. There's more things that I've thought about that can be added back into an amended petition. It's a nice clean suit. I mean, it's just any attorney that wants to see it, be happy to send you a copy or give you the case number, and you can pull the records yourself.
Yeah,
we want to get
there's a good attorney out there, but help bring the old man some justice. This is why a lot of you become attorneys, was to right wrong. This is a perfect case for you to do what you originally got in for, and your humanity.
Yeah, and make a bunch of money while you're at it.
Yeah, my email is YIOTLINE, that's YIOTLINE at protonmail.com. PROTONMAIL.com. You can reach me there. Didn't want to give out my phone number just because I don't want these trolls to call me. You know, I love the trolls. It just shows that I'm doing something. You know, the funny thing about the trolls is that, you know, and I think Doc would agree with this, that, you know, they get on to these different people and they complain about what we're doing. If they don't like it, don't watch our channel. And so what they're doing is something over and over and over, thinking it's going to change, and that's insanity, you know.
Yeah, it's you know, looking at it from a psychologist point of view, there has to be a check. There has to be a check. There's no check in place, and because Turner Driver is involved, and there's no qualified immunity, maybe this is the first deep dig into the cop's pocket on this.
I would like to see that. I would like to see them go into those cops' pockets individually.
Actually, I'd like to see Philip Turner sitting in the courtroom watching this go down.
Yeah.
As a participant.
Yeah.
That would be a good little plus there. Anyways, yeah, I think we've covered it. I think we've got it. And anybody, like I said, this video is again, it's all about finding a lawyer. And you know, if you're an up and coming lawyer that knows what you're doing, this is a nice high profile case to really, really launch your career.
Also, let me say that YIOTLINE, you notice I said that to that corporal that was questioning me when I asked for an attorney, and I said, YIOTLINE, 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 every time he started saying something. That's an acronym for your ignorance of the law is no excuse, you know, and it's just, that's the name of my channel. So you can just go YouTube and put YIOTLINE and my channel comes right up. And I need people to subscribe too. If there's people out there that like to see some good videos, and I've got probably 20 or 30 that I hadn't even posted yet. It just, the difficulties of the physical, because of what they've done to me, has made it where it was very difficult. I've even had to pay somebody to help me put some of the videos together. So somebody come and subscribe. That helps me also, where I can be able in the future to be able to go live stream, which is safer. They can't delete those videos.
Right.
Right.
All right. Well, I think we've probably covered enough here. I don't know how long that video is, but it's plenty long enough. I think we got everything covered. And I want to thank everybody for stopping by. And oh man, I hope this helps you get a lawyer.
I appreciate what all three of you are doing, and others that are out there that have helped me. Thank you.
Yes. God bless you, old man. God bless you.
God bless all of you. Thank you.
Okay.